I don't like how they made Hux. It's okay if they made him a spy. I just don't like how they made him such a weak spy. Like he was just like, I'm the spy, and then I don't know. I just liked him better as like Star Wars Hitler. Like that they introduced him in like the fucking episode 7. I don't know. I like that way better than the little slimy character that we ended up getting. That's just my personal preference, though.
Yeah, he's like a background guy, and then he's just like, I'm the traitor, and then he dies.
Yeah. And then I love the cinematic shot of them escaping on the Falcon. That was awesome. I love Kylo holding himself with the Force. I love Rey jumping and getting caught by Finn. I just thought that entire little like sequence was cool. It was really cinematic. Like the cinematic shot for it was just really well done. Like I don't know, that was really cool. I liked it.
I feel like I haven't had a lot of input because I've been so focused on the game. So
it's alright. I'm gonna be focused for a sec. So
we're gonna talk at you, Brian.
Yeah, perfect time to talk at you.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna speed gun through a lot of my comments. I'm sorry if it feels out of place since I know you guys kind of just went through the movie.
We're not done at all.
Oh, good.
I just got to the Endor.
Okay, cool. So I'll catch up. I really like the architecture from planet to planet. I noticed that like it's different between each one and had its own style that would work with each planet, and I thought that was pretty cool. Kylo has more Han in him in this movie. Like all of his little mannerisms make you feel like it's Han Solo again. And when they originally casted Adam Driver as the son, I didn't really see it, to be honest with you. Like, maybe a little bit, but I thought there were other people out there that could probably play a way better job. But
Where does the black hair come from? Where does the black hair come from?
Yeah, and see, it's little things like that, too. But at the end of the day, after watching all the other movies and watching Han's movements, Kylo really does mimic them a lot. I really loved that quote, "What can you give me?" And Palpatine goes, "Everything," and raises all the ships. That was really cool. Like cinematically, I felt. I just noted that it was the same way that he seduced Anakin, but Kylo was a bit harder to control because he himself is not in control, and I think that's because that's Han's style of, being and kind of his like freestyle of not being in control but just going with the flow. I feel like that was passed down to Kylo, and so it made it harder for Palpatine to control him. I loved it when they got back on the Millennium Falcon and Chewie was playing with Poe and Finn. I thought that was so cool, bridging new and old characters together. And also, Chewie is so bad at the game. He always loses. Although I do want to see him rip somebody's arms off for it one of these days. They always rumored that he does that, but I've never seen him do it. If they're introducing a new ability like light speed skipping, shouldn't the Falcon be too old to do it? And Rey does scold Poe for doing it, but I feel like it just shouldn't be done with the Falcon because she makes a point to say how old that ship is. Like, it shouldn't even be running, I feel like, in that universe. Although, I love the Falcon, I really do. I just feel like they're making it invincible, I think was my point. I made a mention that Rey's costume is a lot like Leia's and Padme's together. I'm thinking of Padme's costume when she was in Count Dooku's fort with Anakin and Obi-Wan, and they're all put in the pit, and it's like that white bodysuit with the silver belt. And then Leia's bit of costume is all the drapery and the buns and everything. And while Padme wore her hair in a lot of different styles, buns included, I feel like the buns are more Leia's thing. So I feel like, and it was also bright white, whereas in the other movies we saw a bit of gray in the second movie, and we saw a bit of like tan in the first one. So this one was like bright white, like Leia's. I said I want to see more from the Knights of Ren. They look really cool, but they just do a lot of posing. It would have been nice to know why they're such a formidable opponent, because they just kind of like make them look really menacing and badass. We don't really get to see them fight, and when we do, Kylo blows